Hi, my name is Tim, and this is Noah, and together we are Daddy Daughter Farm.
We are going to open an urban smallholding here in Bristol, transforming over an acre of overgrown council land into a productive market garden. We want to use growing and good food to tackle loneliness and foster intergenerational relationships. We will invite parents, their toddlers, and elders onto the farm to come once a week to garden, cook food, share lunches, and build relationships. We were inspired to start this farm as we wish to see children immersing themselves in nature, being trusted to engage with their environment on their own terms with us as mere guiders. We want children to have the opportunity to watch adults working cooperatively, and we want to see them engaging with elders. But more importantly, we want elders passing on their wisdom to the younger generations.
We had an amazing old couple who lived next door. I don't know how old they were at the time. They felt really old. They may not have been that old, I don't know. Anyway, he was called Jim Ramage, and my mum was expecting my brother, and I was not happy that my mum was expecting my brother. I was a brat. Anyway, he took me to one side and said, come on, we're going to grow your mum a bunch of flowers when she comes out of hospital with your brother. And I went, oh, okay, well, yeah. So we grew peas and we grew sweet peas, and he was a clever old goat because he managed to get it so that actually the first picking of the sweet peas and the first peas that we picked were literally ready as my brother came out of hospital, and that was kind of my gift to my mum. And that is absolutely where I haven't not grown sweet peas ever since. Every year since I was 3 I've grown sweet peas. So, you know, I think those relationships are really important, and I will never forget him because he's kind of part of my soul, really.
I learned a lot of skills from my grandmother. Whenever I used to go to her house, we used to do cooking and baking, and I find a lot of the recipes that I use today still from my grandmother, and I really value those times when I could go and learn things like creaming buttered sugar together, and she teach me all these kind of little skills that I've really carried on into my adult life.
Over the course of the growing season, we are going to build 5 small intergenerational communities, all the while growing organic veg and fruit for the Veg Box scheme for our members, raising small livestock and farming agroecologically, and getting people out into nature and reaping its benefits.
So I grew up in Swindon, and during my childhood mostly it was about kind of escaping Swindon, because even though it's not the nicest town, there's plenty of nothingness outside and nature and things. I used to love getting out there.
My favourite animal is the chickens, because they always want food when you're not going to give them food.
I grew up in London, which was a bit of a shame, but whenever I was allowed anywhere near a forest, I'd be like right there in the mud, so yeah, you'd blink and I'd be covered head to toe.
We usually grow seeds and things. Some of them are flowers. I like edible flowers a lot, because you can eat them.
In our hyper-individual society, loneliness is fast becoming a massive problem. And whilst loneliness is often thought of as being rooted in older people, increases in loneliness are not solely because of our ageing population. Right across society, loneliness is taking its hold.
I think often when someone's lonely, they won't tell you at the time. So my friends have told me later that they've been lonely, and I've been like, oh, but you seem so fine. And then I know that at moments in my life where I've been lonely, I haven't wanted to concern people, or even maybe like acknowledge it within myself so much so. Actually, and that only furthers isolation.
So, our aim is to bring together people in social isolation and get the eldest talking to the youngest. But we're using growing and good food as a vehicle to drive this project, as we know that the most important relationships that will be made on the farm will be between children and nature itself. We are in ecologically fraught times, and you don't need me to tell you that we are not going to solve issues such as climate change tomorrow. It will be children growing up today who are going to be solving those massive ecological issues, and they aren't going to do it unless they truly care about nature. So we want children to learn where their food comes from. We want them to know what it's like to pull a carrot out the ground, coleslaw it, and eat it within the hour. We want them to form relationships with elders, not just because it tackles loneliness, but because elders remember things such as eating seasonally and the joy that that can bring. And in helping teach these values about food, along the way they will impart other worldly wisdoms. So we've created this video because we need your support to bring that to fruition. And We need you to pledge today to help us reach our target and help us bring children closer to nature and elders closer to society. So please, go to our rewards, think about how you can help, share our message as widely as possible, and please pledge to help us to bring children into right relationship with nature and their elders.